With the use of 9 variables, 3 probably unnecessary switches, and a recent release date, we have ourselves a mechanic similar to our greenhouse system. What's up guys, mine's Firestorm, and today we're going to be talking about Pokemon Sword and Shield's berry tree mechanic, which is not like normal berry trees in the Pokemon series. Normally in berry trees, you can just pick out the berries and you'll be done. You can also sometimes plant them where they once grew. Very simple, but that'd be kind of not what we're doing today, because it's not what we're doing today. No. Pokemon Sword and Shield's berry trees are very interesting because, firstly, you get multiple different types of berries. They'll fall to the ground, and you can either stop there or keep going. If you keep on going, eventually, you'll run into a Pokemon encounter. After encountering that Pokemon, whether you win or you escape, you'll lose one group of the berries. So, if you have a bunch of Oran berries and a bunch of Pecha berries, you'll lose either all the Oran berries or all the Pecha berries. So yeah, pretty interesting. I actually just uploaded the preview, and it should tell you exactly what it does. But anyways, yeah, let's get started. I think we should get over the items and the variables first. Though the items shouldn't be anything too special. Anyways, we have here cherries, blueberries, and grapes. We could just use the ones I used before, but I think it's easier to just separate them from the rest. Nothing special, they can do whatever they want, there just had to be some kind of item. And then we have our trees. Of course, right now we're going to talk about the variables and the switches. First variable is for berry round. This only accounts for the round you start at and the round after your starting round. So this basically is used to require you to at least pick up berries at least once, and then you can encounter a Pokemon. Or an enemy, at least. Because it'd be kind of weird to just encounter a Pokemon straight away. We also want to account for the number of cherries, blueberries, and grapes in total that we obtain, or not obtain, as this is the point of the tutorial. We also have a random number generator. That's also going to be very important, like extremely important. It'll determine if we encounter an enemy and which berry will be removed from our stash. We'll also have the numbers fallen, which is another thing which is gonna be using the number generator as well to check how many needs to fall. Which, by the way, there'll be some comments on the event page that will take note of everything and hopefully help explain. And then we have a total. This total just determines how many berry types are used. So say we get cherries and blueberries but not grapes. This is what it's basically used for. Alright, I think we're going to structure it so that we're going to go over the first round, so when you start talking to the vents, let's get through with this. So we have our variables here, berry round, cherries, blueberries, and grapes. We're going to set them all to 0 because this is the beginning of the event, nothing happens yet. We're going to have this label, but that's going to be very important for later, especially when we want to keep shaking the tree. We're going to have a message prompt to us, do we want to shake the tree? Which is shake it or don't shake it, and this comment will tell us, on the first round you will always get 1 berry, which is true in the games, by the way. Which is why we're going to set each of these variables, cherries fallen, blueberries fallen, and grapes fallen, to random 0 to 2, except for one of them at least. So we're going to set cherries RNG to 1 to 2. Because, again, you need at least 1 berry to drop. If the number of cherries fallen is greater than 0, it'll say, oh, this many cherries fell to the ground. And we're going to control variables for number of cherries, not cherry fallen. And we're going to add the number of cherry fallen. So if we drop 2, at this point we should have 2 added to variable for number of cherries. Same thing applies for blueberries and grapes. So if there's 0, it's not gonna say anything. Then we're gonna set berry round to 1, and then go back to the label. This berry round is just so that we can have a chance to encounter enemies next round. At least when we go back to this one, which is the branch of the conditional branch. Alright, time for the bulk of all this. We're gonna go on to round 1. So this comment tells us there's a 20% chance to encounter an enemy. So we're gonna set our random number generator to be a random value between 1 and 5. If random number generator is equal to 1, we'll have a battle with a slime. And then if it's not 1, which we'll see somewhere down here, actually very much down here, we'll have basically the same thing that happened above. We're gonna have normal cherries 1 to 2, blueberries 0 to 2, and grapes fallen to 0 to 2. And yeah, basically the same thing. And we're gonna go all the way back to the label. Now go all the way to the top of this. Actually, let's go back to the bottom somewhere. down here. If we happen to lose the battle in some scenario, this probably happens, I'm not sure what happens in the game actually. You'll reset all these berry values to 0, and you'll get game over. Very simple. Now, we go on to the big stuff. Where is it? It's over here. If we win or escape, so this is going to be copied for both sections. If cherries are greater than 0, we're going to turn on a switch called We Got Cherries. Control the variable for total to add 1. Same thing happens for blueberries and grapes, except they're individual switches. We're going to check how many variables are in total. This is another complicated part, so... If our total is 3, we're going to have a random number generator between 1 and 3. If random generator is to 1, we'll delete all the cherries. If it's 2, blueberries, and 3, grapes. Now this one, oh boy. If total equals 2, calculate all the combinations. So if total is 2, so the random to 1 to 3, yes, this is important. Actually, I don't think this is important. No, it's not important. I'm pretty sure. So we're gonna have this section for cherries and blueberries. And if we're gonna have another random number generator from 1 to 2. If it's 1, we delete the cherries. If it's 2, we delete the blueberries. Same applies for blueberries and grapes, and also grapes and cherries. Now if there's only 1 total, we just have a simple conditional branch and 1 for each switch. So if we got cherries is on, we delete cherries, and etc, etc. Then we'll have our normal cherry count and add these to our items. A very, very simple thing to do. So we're gonna change our items to cherries to add the variable that's set for number of cherries. We're also gonna set how many cherries are attained. So this is our number variable. Again, same thing for the blueberries and grapes. Turn off every single switch. We got cherries, blueberries, and grapes. And reset our variables for next time and exit the event processing. And again, we copy this for escape. Finally, if we choose to not shake it when we come back around for the loop, it'll ask us if we want to quit and collect all berries. If we say do not end, we'll go back to the label. Otherwise, it'll just count them, add them to our total. Reset these variables, and exit event processing. It is now time for the demonstration. We're going to continue to save file because why not? Anyways, you'll see that we have no items in our inventory. I don't know why it's stood there for so long. We're gonna shake the tree. We have 2 cherries, 2 blueberries, 2 grapes. Well, we didn't get them yet, but if we say don't shake it, we can either do not end, or we can actually end it. And we'll get those 3 berries, as you can see, in our inventory. Now we're gonna shake it until we find an enemy. 1 cherry, 1 blueberry, 2 grapes. 2 cherries, 2 blueberries. They'll add them up at the end, so I don't have to count them. Let's just try to find an enemy. It's 20% chance. Okay. We epic boss music for this slime here, which actually only has 1 HP. Ah well. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Anyways, I'll catch you at the outro. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. That was a long one. Definitely. I definitely stuttered a bit, but it was well worth it. Next time I might consider doing another Pokemon Sword and Shield one, but I don't have any ideas planned for any other tutorial. I need more ideas. Maybe I'll look for 3 houses for some. Or maybe more Shield, more Pokemon Sword and Shield. I don't know. Well, I'll find a way. I'll find something. Anything. Yeah. So, if you liked the video, please consider slashing that like button or setting ablaze the subscribe button. And I will see you guys. And I ask that you stay safe.